Okay, welcome back. Figured I'd do a little intro. I went through all the videos I've been compiling over the last 2-3 weeks, and it looks kind of boring without an intro. So this is where I am at right now. So this is what you're going to see how I got there. Got it all painted. Very happy with it. So it's going to be Christmas in a couple days. We'll see if I don't get too distracted with some new project. Really hoping for an F-35 deer, the new C version from Tamiya. Pretty sure she got it for me. She always does. She always comes through. So anyway, so a little intro, and I will start with painting. So and then when I'm done, I'll wrap it up. Welcome back to my man cave. Been a couple weeks since I did a video. Just been coming out here relaxing, working on the Corsair. Got it to the point where it's ready for paint. Got my seam lines taken care of. Airbrushed a little gray over there, did some polishing. Got a seam here, polished it out, and re-riveted with the good old, where the heck is it? It's around here somewhere. Oh, right here. Good old Trumpeter pinwheel, rivet wheel. It works okay. Whatever I couldn't get, I would just do by hand with the, I don't even remember where I got this from. Had it forever. So, a little bit of scribing to do and re-riveting on the bottom. And then these panels, I just fit this panel in for paint mask purposes. These two panels right here come right out just like everything to me. It fits so well. Got the flaps all in. Got the leading edges and trailing edges, I think, pretty good. Primered up, a little bit of primer and putty. Glued in the marker lights, and then kind of scuffed over them and then masked them off. So hopefully they look okay. I'm sure the one in the field, or the plane in the field, probably was beat to hell anyway. So I got that ready. I'm going to do silver. I got my little paint test mule. This is the old crappy Revel 32nd. Just glued it together real quick. Put some silver on it. I'm going to use this as a test. And I'm going to silver this now. And then I'm going to go get some redneck chipping fluid, some hairspray from my daughters. I'll steal some. So I'm going to try something different I saw in a video. One of the guys just basically went over the area that he wanted chipped with paintbrush, let it dry, sprayed the green, and I am using Tamiya X11 for the silver. And I'm going to use this MRP zinc chromate, I think is the right color. I'll chip that off, and then do my custom mix of colors for the 3-color camo. So working on a Tamiya F14 as well as filler while I'm waiting for things to dry. I did get in the mail. I couldn't resist this. The one-man army masks for all the stenciling, and oh my god, this is so cool. I'm guessing this is like laser cut, but compared to my finger, and this thing probably won't even zoom in enough, compared to my finger, so you can see the light coming through it, or reflection. That's either light coming through the back or reflection. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's coming from the back. That's how small that lettering is. I was hoping it would come with a few extras that I could share with my buddy Dennis, but it doesn't look like it did, so he'll have to buy his own. They're not cheap, $45, I think, roughly $45. So, but I am not good with decals. I always end up with silvering, so I'm going to mask as much stuff as I can. Basically, I may only have a few of the original Tamiya masks I think I used in the cockpit, the dials. Might be some stuff I have to put on the landing gear, but that's it. No other decals. I hate decals. So I'll pause for now and spray some silver. See you back in a bit. All right, here we are back with the Corsair. As you can see, I've done my silver, I've done my hairspray, and I've done my zinc chromate. Didn't quite turn out the way I was hoping, but I'm working with it. This is a good start. Not sure what I'm going to do with the next color, but something similar, I'm assuming. I started with stipple brush like I would think. Now, of course, I'm just using hairspray that I grabbed from my wife. So when I did it on here, I did it really heavy and it almost came off too much. And then, special note, of course, don't spray a lacquer over top of it because it'll never chip off, which I guess is good. So that's a good experiment. When I originally sprayed the bottom here, I sprayed, I put the chipping fluid on, I let it dry, I sprayed the zinc chromate, and then literally like 5 minutes later, I stippled it, and it stippled off really easy. This did dry overnight. Some spots like this, it came right off. And other spots, I have ended up having to sand it down with 400 grit very carefully. So I've got kind of an effect over here that I can deal with. Now I'm going to do this one. And I have sanded down this area a little bit. But good old trusty tape is what I'm going with. So keeping in mind, of course, this is all underlayer stuff, so it's not really crucial if it's perfect. I am sticking the tan tape down, which is probably the stickiest tape I have, and I'm just ripping it off fast, and then I get some chipping. So hopefully once I get the base color on here, I can figure out, or after this, I'm going to clear coat it. And then I'm going to see if I can find some different kind of hairspray for chipping fluid. I'm going to ask my buddy, some of the guys in the club, if they have any suggestions. And I'll use that instead of what I had from my wife. So this for now is what I have to deal with, because I still want to have the effect. So the biggest challenge is not to put like a straight on line on it. So like this, I'm going to put in the corner, nice and hard. Good on the edges. Kind of just like not let it touch all the way here because I don't want a straight line there. Again, of course, it's not super crucial because it's going to get painted base color over again. And I get a lot off that way. Maybe not as controlled as I'd like it. But hopefully the next batch of paint chipping will come off better. I just kind of needed this zinc chromate and silver to kind of be a shared like 50-50, so that when I do reveal the color underneath, it's not all silver, it's not all zinc chromate. Yeah, see, that one didn't pull hardly anything off. So weird. So I'm just going to do this at total random and get as random of a splotchiness as I can. And then if I have to, I can brush touch some chips in it after as well. So just to kind of make it look a little more even. So I will finish this off, clear coat it, and come back when I'm ready for some colors. Get the wobbles out here. Okay, back on the Corsair. I've done my silver, done my yellow, and done my blue. And then spraying the hairspray worked better. And then taking it off the same night within an hour is the way to go. So this is really weathered. The bird I'm doing, I want really weathered. This is a little much, but a lot of the references I see, they have done like fields touch-ups. And so what I did was I did my dark color, my light color, I got my white, and then I took the light color back over and faded the top surface. Looks more blue in the picture. Looks more gray in person. Anyway, I've really faded it, and then well, I just did the white, so I went back over it with blue, touched some stuff up here and there. Now I'm going back over this area with the dark blue and touching up like where they would have out in the field just sprayed the panel lines, etc. Trying to leave some of my chipping because after all that work, it feels sad to get rid of it all. So I'm just kind of like using reference pictures like this area here where it gets stepped on a lot seems to be where they touched up a lot. Some of this area they spottedly touched up. This area I think is a really high traffic area, so it's kind of always beat up. So I'll kind of splotchy around it. And then, I mean, if I wanted to get crazy, I could hairspray it again, do my touch-ups, peel it off. I'm just not going to. I've already hairsprayed it twice. I don't want to do it again. So I think I'm liking the way this is coming out. It's still got some chipping. Did a little bit on the cowling. Just the front's chipped still, and I'm going around kind of the panel lines and kind of like doing what like a new Navy bird is, where they spray paint the edges and stuff to get all worn and chipped. And so very similar. I found a lot of really cool pictures on Facebook of colorized versions of the Royal Navy, Royal New Zealand Air Force. I just searched Royal. Hi. What's up? What do you need?
What are you doing?
I was making a video.
Oh, you were acting so suspicious.
Well, yeah, it's my room. You just walked into it.
I walk in here all the time. You're like, what are you doing? What do you need?
Yeah. What do you need? Go do your dishes.
Where does your hair?
I'm going to post this on YouTube, just like this, with you interrupting me.
Seriously?
I don't know. I'll probably cut it. So, anyway.
That would be embarrassing.
Yeah, especially if I put you in the video. Ooh. A dad in his natural habitat being interrupted by his teenage daughter.
Hello. My father's nerdy friends.
This is supposed to be my getting away from you area. She's excited because she just got a drum set today. So much for me getting the most expensive Christmas present. So anyway, I'm going to do some touch-ups and come back later. All right, I am masking off all my roundels. I know I bought dry transfers, but there's areas where we're going to get into paint chipping. And I don't know how dry transfers are going to handle that. See, even this panel right here is one I decided to do paint chipping on. So here's my general way of masking. I've got my paint mask cut. I scanned my decals. Scanned my decals. Traced them out. Drew them up on the Silhouette Cameo. And then I sent them over and got them all cut out. And I took and weeded it. I weeded the perimeter. And then I got this transfer tape. Put it over top. I'm gonna peel it off. And I got to line up the top of this to here. And the end. The end goes right to here. So this is where it gets a little tricky, but once you get kind of closer to it, you can see the transparency. And of course, you can hear friends in the background. This is what I do. I watch TV and watch a show that I love. So, all right, so it's down. I can look at it, verify it's pretty close to where I want it. Still moving around a little bit. I did put the top part of the insignia right on that line, so I can line it up a little better. So, and I'm going to push it down. Trying to make sure there's no wrinkles in it. There's going to be some areas here that's not flat. Don't worry about that so much. Alright, and then I'm going to slowly peel this off. This is where it's hard to get it started sometimes. This is really low tack mask material. And I've kind of tried to de-tacky the transfer tape so it doesn't pull it up as hard, but it's still, and I'm just kind of tacking it down as I go. And we're pretty much right on that line, and I'm right on that line, so I'm happy with that. All right. Press her down. Try not to get too many wrinkles in it. And then the Corsair has these raised rivets here. Such a beautiful kit. So this is really low tack. Whatever you do when you spray, you don't want to just flood it. You want to do light coats almost like they're dry. So that this kind of stuff, where it's not sticking down in the corner, and it's not meant to, it's meant to peel off really easy. But if I missed it on, I shouldn't have a problem. Got some gunk on here anyway. But now I finished masking that off and paint the white. All right, I got the first color on, the insignias. Now comes the fun part. Lining up this. Traditionally, I would do a transfer tape, but I think I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try just popping on there, one little piece at a time. So, I just put Let's see here. Okay, so you know how you watch YouTube videos and everybody masks their stuff off and it looks all perfect when they're done peeling it? Well, that's always the best case scenario. And I know this is a World War II plane. I could probably get away with just weathering over it, and it would probably be accurate because the original rondelles were more than likely hand painted on. But the perfectionist in me can't let it go. So, see, I got bleed right there, and it's because this line right here has positive rivets on it. So when it masked it, it left it fuzzy. So I'm going to lay back over top of that, the other side of the mask, and I'm going to do a little bit of touch up here. I'm going to see if I can do a little touch up on here. And then this one had a weird nipple here that caused me some bleed there, and it's got the same bleed there. So I'm going to mess around with this. And I cut a new set of masks. That's the beauty of having a vinyl cutter. And I'm going to lay back this over top and then do some touch-ups. Oh, and of course, I got all excited taking the mask off, and this blue wasn't dry, and I scratched it. So I'm going to touch that up too. So I had a little bit of yellow bleed off. It was such a thin color. It was easy just to brush touch. So I did brush touch. Normally, I might try and brush touch. So, but on a large surface with white, not easy to brush touch. So I'm going to mask this off, touch it up, and then I'm going to be done with it. All right, here we are after doing some touch-ups. Painted, or I cut some more masks. Masked off the white. Whoa. Touched it up a little bit. I can't get too crazy with white because it'll end up being brighter white where I retouch it than before, because I didn't go uber bright white with it. So, all right, here we go. Let's see what the damage is. Slowly pull the tape because there is silver underneath here and it will peel up, as I found out. This is Tamiya tape. I was actually really happy to successfully get it to finally cut on my cutter. I never went back and retried it after discovering the best settings to put the cutter on for vinyl mask. So I want to save that, maybe. Where did I put the... There it is. Save that just in case. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better. There was bleed through here. I can still see it a tiny bit, but I think by the time I'm done weathering and dust coating it, and all the reference pictures I see of this thing are out in the desert, it's got sand all over it. So I think by the time I'm done with that and staining and fading and all sorts of crazy stuff, it'll be good. So I'm going to pull the rest of this stuff off. I may fast forward this. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Rock. It's not perfect. But it's fine. It'll be okay. Touch-ups, touch-ups, touch-ups. I noticed something weird there, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh shit. Okay, well that's done for. I can always recut more. Okay, so there we are. There's the top. There's the side. I'm gonna touch up this little scratch somehow, or I'll pretend it's part of the whole problem. Got a little touch up there, but no big deal. So, not bad at all. Still got this fuzzy. It's gonna bug me. I'm gonna have to fix it. Cool. See? Oh, very nice. See? Oh. Not perfect, but I can deal with it. So now I just got to deal with this little fuzz. Fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. Not gonna save that. Can't save you. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully that video ended up turning out to make some kind of sense. Went through all the stages of the paint on the Royal New Zealand Air Force Corsair f4u-1a, right? Yeah. I am doing this version, and I still have my transfers. I wasn't really happy with the color. A lot of the pictures that I had had the lighter blue and then the darker blue here for the colors. So, and then the Donald Duck is like yellow or red, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be orange. So I have extras. I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to try and use the yellow ones, put them on. I already tried. I tried one on here, and I don't know. Dry transfers. I don't know if it's the way to go. When they work, they're good, just like I did on my Corsair or my Phantom. when they worked, they were on. Apparently I left my compressor on all night. Hold on. So yeah, dry transfers, when they work, they're great. When they don't, they suck. So, I don't know. So I've got this all clear coated and pretty happy. Got a couple chips here and there. Whatever. It's fine. Or not chips, but like you can see a little bit of white there if you look really close. I think by the time it's done weathering, we're good. But next stages on this, after I leave this video, are going to be one-man army masks. I'm really excited about these and really nervous. But I've got a lot of experience with paint masks. If anybody has watched my channel, I haven't even posted my Tiger F16. But there it is up there. I know. That's really hard to see. That's not me farting, just so you know. That's my apparatus to hold my phone. So, I clear my throat a lot when I'm doing videos. It's weird. So, stay tuned. Gonna do the masks, and then one of my children is trying to get in the door. I locked the door on them. And then clear coat, some more weathering, flat coat, yada, yada, yada. I'll see you next time.